some of my best experiences in life are traveling. I remember in March of 2002, 6 months after September 11th, I got into a plane, a US Airways flight from Boston to DC. And this was when it was really, really tough to travel because they would search you all over. You had to get to the airport 4 hours before. It was really a pain to travel in those days. And I got to the airport and I did all that and I got on the plane and the stewardess was serving the coffee. And I stopped her. I said, "Ma'am, is that a good Colombian coffee by any chance?" And she said, "I think it has some Colombian. Why?" I said, "Because I'm from Colombia." And she said, "That must be a beautiful country." And that comment obviously just touched my heart. She finished serving the coffee and she was coming down the aisle and I stopped her. I said, "Ma'am, I wanted to tell you something. I hadn't had such a good service in a flight in a long time. And I wanted to tell you it's thanks to you." She said, "Well, thank you." She went back, put the coffee cart away and came back. And I was sitting where Marcela is sitting and she sat on the aisle seat, right across the seat from me. And on the edge of the aisle seat. And she said, "Sir, can I ask you a question?" I said, "Sure." She said, "Do you take this flight often?" I said, "What do you mean?" She said, "The flight from Boston to DC." I said, "Well, I don't take it often, but I'll be doing a sabbatical in Harvard, so I may be taking it fairly often." And she said, "Sir, here's my card. If you give me your card, I will send you by email my flight schedule." Then she said, "There's over 500 passengers that only fly when I fly." And then she said, "As a matter of fact, in a typical flight, I know 75% of the passengers." And then she told me, "And I have 3 marriages under my belt." And there, I didn't know what she was talking about. I had no idea what she was proposing. So I probably frowned or something. And she said, "No, let me explain. I have introduced 3 couples in a plane. And I'm happy to say they're still happily married." Now, this was a sign of a true professional. This lady could give a lousy service like everybody else was giving, and nobody would be surprised, but she was doing that special effort. She was doing something magical. And I think when we're talking about changing the mind of a nation, we're talking about many people making special efforts to make a big difference. In my travels, I travel all kinds